Welcome back to Running Back NASA. I am super excited today to talk about this weekend. And what a weekend it was, man. These running back prospects really tore it up at the combine. And I think a lot of them, their stock rose a lot for a lot of them. And it kind of proved to be what we know it to be, as this is going to be a very deep running back class. Going to be very hard to get it wrong this one, I feel like, and not pick up a good running back. There's some guys out there, I think they averaged about a 4.48 40 speed for the running backs. Fast running back class, explosive running back class. Let's get into it, man. Well, I mean, first off, we got to start with the 40 times. I mean, this is just ridiculous from a group of running backs. I don't think I've ever seen it like this. I think they said since they started, they haven't seen anything like this. A few guys who shocked me with their 40 times. I mean, Bashal too. We knew he was going to be fast, but I didn't know 4.32. I predicted somewhere around a 4.3, like a high 4.3. 4 for low 4.4, somewhere around there, but he blew that out the water, and this kid can really run. RJ Harvey, super impressed, super impressed with this 40 time. This is a very explosive time for him. I did not expect him at all to run this fast. He looks pretty fast in the game, but I did not expect this at all. Montrell Johnson, I kind of expected that from him. But kind of, he almost ran a 4.3. Like, I didn't know he was that fast. Same with ETN. I didn't know he was that fast. I'm so happy DJ Giddens tested that fast. I knew he was going to shock some people. I knew he was going to run a pretty fast time. Trayvon Henderson, that was another one who I was looking forward to. I knew he was going to have a pretty fast time. Wasn't sure how fast, but that's pretty fast. Donovan Edwards, now that 4.44 really shocked me a lot. I did not expect that at all. I thought maybe 4.5, closer to 4.6. I thought he would be somewhere in that range, but running this low of a time, super impressive from him. So as we get into the drills here, I kind of want to start off with saying how there was a couple people who I felt their stock kind of rise and some people's stock kind of fell. Whereas we kind of knew what we were going to get with like Omarion Hampton and Jarquez Hunter. I think he kind of did what he was supposed to do. Jaquindon Jackson, he didn't run the 40 time, but he did pretty good in the drills. Jordan James, I thought he did good in the drills, but I also feel like he's the kind of player where this kind of isn't going to show you everything you're going to get with him. I don't think this highlights his game, really. Caleb Johnson's another one who you kind of just got to turn the tape on and watch him go. But see, a guy like Montrell Johnson, you kind of want to see his footwork a little bit. It looks like he wanted to make the cut more than he wanted to run hard, if that made sense. This kid Judkins too, he had a good day. He had a pretty solid day. I feel like he kind of stayed where he's at, where people know that he's going to be a good contender in the NFL, really. Or he kind of surprised me. He can really move. He can get around the football field. That this kid surprised me a lot. Woody Marks is super smooth when he runs. Kind of runs a little up and down. I don't know if that's because of not being in equipment. This is a guy whose stock I feel like kind of fell. He kind of gives me a little bit of Najee Harris vibes, where it's like, if you're not getting straight downhill and getting to where you need to go, might be tough. Cal, he didn't do bad. I think he kind of stayed about where he was in his stock. Now, Devin Neal, I feel like he kind of went down. To me, he runs a little stiff, a little blocky, and he ran a 4.6, which in this running back class, you can get a lot more than that in this class. I feel like that kind of hurt him a little bit. Rocket Sanders, this kid, he's another one. He's going to be electric. I feel like his stock also rose. See the footwork. Boom, boom. I want to see a little bit more explosion at the end. I get it. It's just the drill, but I want to see a little bit more. This kid kind of intrigued me. I'm not going to lie. To be honest, I haven't really done a lot of research on him. I saw a little bit on him, but I'm going to have to look into him a little bit more. He's kind of intriguing. A little raw, but I think there's something there. Ulysses Bentley. He looked okay. This is my guy right here. Boom. I mean, to me, he solidified his spot. He also ran about, let's look. That was pretty smooth. Taj Brooks also ran about a 4.58, or it was actually lower than that, like a 4.53, which is very good for him. I believe that helped him with his stock. I think that moves him up on some people's charts, definitely. DJ Giddens, another one. He's going to be special. Ollie Gordon, I didn't feel like he had a good day. I did not feel like he had a good day. Now, this is another one who this kind of isn't his type of atmosphere. You got to kind of see what he's like in equipment. Mario Hampton, I feel like everybody knows what they're going to get from him. Everybody knows he's a dog. Again, RJ Harvey, I can't wait to see him at the next level. He's definitely moved up on my chart, and I feel like he's definitely moved up on a lot of people's charts. That wasn't too good right there. One too many steps. Jaquindon Jackson, I thought he had a pretty solid day. He didn't run his 40, but I mean, he kind of looked like, what we kind of expect from him. Jordan James, that wasn't bad. But like I said, I feel like he's a gamer. He's more of a gamer. Same with Caleb Johnson, gamer. Really want to see what these guys do when camp comes around. I feel like the combine kind of didn't hurt him or help him. Sort of one of those things. I feel like it kind of helped him. His speed is what's going to show up on a lot of people's radar. I also want to say, I feel like Henderson kind of separated himself from Judkins too as well. To me, he kind of looked like he's the more polished all-around back, whereas Judkins may be just more so of a power runner. Not saying that's all he has in his game, but just more so. Woody Marks definitely, I want to see what he does as well. I do think he kind of runs too high though, from just a glance. Damian Martinez, this isn't his type of drill. That was okay. It wasn't really that good. I thought Devin Neal was going to have a better day than he did. He didn't, but Dylan Sampson is another one. He didn't run his 40, but he looks real smooth when he runs. It doesn't look like he's trying, but you can tell he's kind of getting up. I can't wait to see what he does as well. I think he's another one that kind of moved up on my list, on my radar as well. That was one too many, Bashal. So all in all in this combine, I feel like there were winners, losers, and kind of guys who kind of stayed the same, which isn't a win or a loss. Start off with the winners. My first one would be Taj Brooks, of course. I kind of expected him to be, one of the top guys coming into this combine, but I did not expect him to run as fast as he did with a 4.53 and just move around how he did, how fluent he was and how decisive he was, and his footwork was on point. He was just sharp today. I feel like he was sharper than I thought he would be. For him to be his size, moving how he did, definitely one of those ones. Next up, Donovan Edwards. I feel like Donovan Edwards won the day, running that 4.40, moving as smooth as he did and knowing his size and how big he is and everything. Whoa. But I definitely believe that he made himself a good mark in this combine here. He did a good job. Shout out to Donovan Edwards. Next up, Raheem Rocket Sanders. I feel like he kind of showed that he can be more than just a downhill runner. That guy showed his feet. He showed his speed. He showed his explosiveness, showed his decisiveness. I feel like he did what they wanted him to do in this combine, and they seen what they needed to see. And I think that it really helped him for his stock. Next, DJ Giddens. DJ Giddens, another one. The kid is just explosive. I mean, 4.40. I didn't expect it, to be honest. He ran good, ran smooth, no real hiccups, followed directions. That's another thing too, how people follow directions. The kid was smooth. He was electric the whole time. I feel like he also rose his stock and kind of separated himself a little bit from this group. And those are the guys who I feel like stock really rose and they kind of outperformed um, themselves, as you can say, in this combine and really did a good job. And I feel like their stock really rose. Now, these next few people, I feel like their stock may have dropped for a number of different reasons. First one, I'm going to have to go with Damian Martinez. He didn't look too good in the combine to me. He kind of looked kind of like he was just all out of whack. And, you know, these drills just weren't good for highlighting what he does. I feel like also it looked like he kind of knew that in his head and he wasn't like finishing drills all the way. And he kind of looked defeated to me out there. So I think that kind of, to me, that kind of dropped his stock, and it at least dropped my opinion on him a little bit. So I'd say he definitely, his stock would be one that dropped. Another one is Devin Neal. He didn't have a good 4.6. That just shows that he's kind of quicker more than fast. I guess we kind of suspected that, but I thought at least a 4.5, somewhere in that range. He'd be a little faster than that. But besides that, the speed, I don't think he did too well on the bag work and the foot drills. At least not to me. If you're going to run a 4.6, it should look like this kid is just different. Like, you know what I mean? It was not super crazy in between there, as you can see there. It wasn't there wasn't really crazy explosion, or you know, his cuts weren't like super sharp. So I would have liked to see more out of him, honestly. And the last one who was kind of disappointed in me was Ollie Gordon. To me, it was just the whole day. It was just something just wasn't right. It just felt like something wasn't right with him every time. He was kind of either messing up a drill, taking a false step, or taking one too many steps, and it dropping passes. It was just always kind of something with him and out of the whack. So I kind of got him dropping on my boards. And that is going to do it, folks, for this episode of Run It Back NASA. Please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate everybody who's done so already. Or if you just here watching a video, I appreciate that too. I appreciate you being you. How about that one? But like I said, please like, comment, subscribe. Comment you guys' favorite running back too in the draft. Who you guys got? Not going number one, but being the best out of this running back class, because there's a lot of them. Leave a comment, let me know. In the meantime, we out of here, baby.